What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my foray into Doctor Who. That's right. I'm finally getting into the Doctor Who fandom, and I'm watching every single thing that I can possibly get my hands of on Doctor Who. Now, I know that there are some missing episodes, basically, that got thrown out basically by BBC. I won't be reviewing those because obviously they are lost media and lost to time and probably will never be able to get those back. But I'll be reviewing and watching all the episodes that I can possibly find online through streaming, through Max, through this British streaming service that cultivates British media called BritBox, all that type of stuff. And I'll be going through all the Doctor Who's. That's right. Going through classic Doctor Who and going through the newer stuff with the people that we all know and love to be Doctor Who and stuff like that, including the woman. And that in no disrespect, I still haven't seen it. Some people like it, some people don't. We'll get to it. I don't know. But for right now, we'll be talking about the Doctor Who Unaired pilot and Unearthly Child. Now, there's a little bit of confusion, I guess, because there's a series of 4 episodes in the first season, or series as the Brits would say, called An Unearthly Child. But this is the original unaired pilot to pick up Doctor Who and all that type of stuff. So we'll be reviewing the unaired pilots, and I gotta say, as a person who's never seen a single episode of Doctor Who in his entire life, this is kind of trippy, I gotta say. You can see the kind of cost-cutting measures that it took in this episode. Like, there aren't a whole lot of cuts and stuff. The camera moves along with the characters and actors and stuff like that. There's not a whole lot of cutting. There's just movement of the camera to get the shots. Which I gotta say, even though at some points was kind of sloppy, I gotta say that there's a lot of character in that. I don't know why. I like seeing that. It's almost like seeing a 1950s, 1960s version of Paranormal Activity or something. Or seeing like a, I don't know, 1950s, 1960s style of like a phone video or something like that. It's very bizarre, but I unironically love it. It's very weird to me. I don't know why. But also, we get to experience a lot of the few mainstays of Doctor Who in this pilot. Now, I don't know a whole lot about Doctor Who, but I know some things. Like, there's always going to be a woman and all that. There's always going to be a guy accompanying Doctor Who in his adventures and all that type of stuff. But unironically, though, he's got a granddaughter in this series, or this episode, which is, I didn't know that Doctor Who had family. I thought he was just like an enigma or whatever, but apparently he has a granddaughter in this episode, which is weird. Also, Doctor Who, in this episode at least, not the friendliest guy. He's kind of a curmudgeon. And he's like, what the heck? Why'd you bring these people here? You just destroyed the entire fabric of space and time. Basically, sounding a lot like Rick from Rick and Morty. It's kind of ironic. I don't know if Rick and Morty people watched this original episode of Doctor Who and got some inspiration. Probably not, but there's a lot of Rick in this Doctor Who thing, I don't know, just taking out the cussing and the swearing and the sexual innuendos and all that. There's a lot of Rick curmudgeon in in rendition of Doctor Who. But yeah, overall the acting is really, really overdone. Like, whenever you watch a certain series or whatever, like Twilight Zone, The Outer Limits or whatever, a lot of actors tend to overact and tend to overdo it when it comes to their acting, and this episode of Doctor Who is no exception. They really ham it up for the audience. But I gotta say, even though I had a very hard time getting into it the first couple minutes, after the cliffhanger, I was like, you know what? I might watch this more now. It's kind of hooking me. I don't know. It's very... I can't really explain it. I don't normally enjoy watching that stuff, but it's just this type of feeling that I'm just like, you know what? I think I'll continue watching it. I don't know if they mind controlled me or something, but they did their job. I don't know what the heck they did. Also, I think the granddaughter of Doctor Who, surprisingly, not that bad of a character. Even though, and you know, she does some really good job acting and stuff, even though she looks like she's 32 and she's acting like she's in high school or something. Also, for the most part, I really enjoyed the whole, like, I don't know why they did this, but there's this very interesting part in the beginning where these two students just go up to the camera and just talk for a little bit, and then this guy just shows up and just walks out. I don't know why they did that. Maybe it was just to change some set in the background or something, but I don't know. It gained a whole lot of nuance to me that a lot of shows back in this time wouldn't really do. I don't know. I really like that part. But overall, I don't know about... I thought Doctor Who was supposed to be like this, you know, nice guy, but it turns out to be this curmudgeon, like, what the hell did you do this? And stuff like that, you know? So, I don't know. Maybe he changes in the later seasons or later episodes even, but I don't know. But we'll soon find out. I don't think this is necessarily Doctor Who canon, necessarily, but I gotta say, for all that, for all that is in this episode, it's not that bad. It could have been a lot worse, let's put it that way. But overall, I kind of enjoyed my time. Is it the best thing ever that I've seen? Absolutely not. But there has been a lot worse, like that car, and like that grandma car sitcom from the 1960s. That was terrible. I forget that name, but a lot better than that. A lot better than Heil Hitler, I'm home, you know, that type of thing. But anyway, though, guys, have you seen the unaired pilot of Doctor Who? What's your thoughts on it? Comment, let me know, subscribe, ring that bell, more content come your way, and hey, take care, guys.